It's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go, Roger.
Canton on INSiiGHTS. Two eyes in the middle. INSiiGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Hello, everybody. You got Mickey Clayton, the coach, with my partner in crime, except he never does the time. Spins on a dime, takes your time and your mind.
Ooh,
That's
mercy.
Big Brian.
Oh my goodness. I love it. Love it, coach. What is going on? People, my people. Welcome to the MicknRick Show. Thank you for joining us. What's up, coach?
Oh, man, as always, it's your world. I'm just in it, passing you the ball.
You know, and you know what now, coach? I am shooting the rock this time instead of feeding you back because I am in 7 heaven. Coach, let me show you something. Let me just show you something because you see this. You said the best dads are promoted to what? Grandpa.
Grandpa,
Oh my goodness. Oh.
congratulations. Tell us. Look at the big old trophy.
Yes. A little Cohiba here. I don't think they're a little Cohiba here. That's all I'll say. I'll leave that alone there. Let's party today, folks. What's happening?
Oh, congratulations there, Grandpa.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
thank you, thank you.
But now that I'm a grandfather, I have to get in grandpa mode and give it to you straight, no chaser, with my cigar.
Oh, with your cigar. Okay, well, long as you're doing it with your cigar, that's pretty much all that matters. Man, I have to say special thank you to Joe Ward and Eon Castello last week for what they did with us from the Bond Community Health Center here in Tallahassee, Florida, about COVID-19 and us just trying to drop a little knowledge on people. And evidently it's worked because people going out getting vaccinations now.
Good, and it's important. I mean, we've tried to tell you that this thing wasn't over. I think they brought it to you in another way, and they told you about the mutations and how this isn't an overnight scenario. This isn't a one-hit wonder. And unless you guys protect yourselves, who knows, man? They may shut us down again. And I'm sorry, 2020 was good. I'm not trying to go through that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Help us, guys. Help us out. Help us out.
Man, we've gotten so much feedback from it. I mean, even Dr. Osgood down there with Broward Community College, one of the Rattlerettes, once a Rattlerette, always a Rattlerette, hoopers, and telling us about it. Then we had something from Coach Brian Fulford. He told us, he said, nice show, Coach. Clip at the 25:45 mark, because that was a powerful reminder. And your follow-up question and response was good. In caps, share that, please. I learned something in that segment. Brian Fulford. That was pretty deep.
It is. I mean,
Then my Kiwanis brother, Manny Munoz, always a supporter. Fantastic show. Keep it up, INSiiGHTS. We've had some that we ended up in lengthy discussions with Coach Charlie Ward. He and I have exchanged 2 or 3 text messages daily about COVID-19 and and that discussion on about why not. People a little bit reluctant to take it and all of that, but we had great conversation, which that dialogue is always important at every step along the way in all that we do.
Indeed, and our thing is this: you have to make your own decisions, but at least be educated. And I think the guys last week stressed that as well. Be educated about your decisions. Don't do it because Joe and Mo does it. Don't do it because Mick and Rick say it. Do it because you have a clear understanding of why you're doing things. It's important, guys. Be educated and then make your decisions.
And then make your decision. You're absolutely right. You know, we got the NFL Hall of Fame coming up this week, and one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it some was because of the way the NFL Hall of Fame has treated us at INSiiGHTS. I guess I actually have been to the NFL Hall of Fame maybe 3 or 4 out of the last 4 or 5 years with full press credentials, able to go in and see some of the storied HBCU graduates who went on to be drafted. Excuse me. And have outstanding careers, and able to go in and cover them and see a little bit insides about what was going on at the NFL Hall of Fame. And they have always treated INSiiGHTS with respect. And they have us on their mailing list, and they send us information about what's going on and all of that. And they're not the only one. Jacksonville Jaguars do a good job of keeping us informed and allowing us access, especially when they had some players that were from FSU and from the area. The MEAC and the SWAC keep us informed of what's going on with them, with their press releases. They have been consistent over the years in terms of sending stuff and information to us. Florida A&M historically has done well with press credentials and access to what's going on at FAMU. And always in Atlanta with the Celebration Bowl with John Grant, the ESPN Celebration Bowl, and having access to come and see different things and have interviewed with us. In fact, we will have John on again real soon to talk about the Celebration Bowl and things like that. But the Hall of Fame is one of them. It's the national media that puts INSiiGHTS on the same level as everybody else, and we appreciate that. Special shout out.
A special shout out to the NFL. I mean, I in the past have criticized the NFL for some boneheaded moves, but they do a lot of things the right way. And when it comes to getting their message out, I mean, they're like, hey, if you're going to give it to us for free, come aboard. And they do look after, and they treat everyone the same. It doesn't matter if you're ESPN or INSiiGHTS. They treat you the same way. And that's the one thing I've always respected about the NFL.
And again, with the Hall of Fame, that the way they've treated us, and having gone to see that thing in person, first of all, it's hot out there. That's yourself. Woo, Jesus. Oh my God, is it hot, man? And I was out there. I was drinking them beers, man. I was drinking beers like they were Sprites. Didn't take long.
Wait, time. You were drinking what?
See, I knew you would pick up on that. You know, I don't even drink beer.
Exactly. Oh my goodness! I've never seen you take a drink other than a Sprite.
Man,
in that garbage.
Pepsi.
Yeah, that junk. But no, seriously. Wow. Hey, you have just been told, folks. That's something right there. Mark that one down. And if anyone got pictures, please send them to me. rickbrown91@gmail. Please.
Rick, I was drinking them things like Sprite. It didn't take long before I didn't know if I was at the NBA Hall of Fame, the Baseball Hall of Fame, or a Little League tryouts. It didn't take long. Woo! I saw the NFL induction ceremony from a whole new perspective. And going to that thing in person, boy, you know, they saved the best for last. You might not get out of there till 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
You might not get out of there. I don't know really what time I got out that year. I really don't. I doesn't know when I left. But I
But
know that I was trying to cool off, boy.
did you do any of the after parties though?
No, man, you can't stay anywhere near Canton. I mean, they're probably sold out right now for next year.
Oh,
So
definitely.
the closest you could get is 45 minutes to an hour away. So that kind of limits you. You know, you leave and you leave early to get in there, and then you got an hour to get back afterwards. You know, you're not trying to do too much now. A young buck like yourself probably wouldn't have bothered you, but
Well,
man.
not anymore. Not anymore, Coach. You know, being the grandfather that I am, I have to watch myself. I have to be more responsible than in years past. Yes.
I can't wait to see how long that's gonna last. I can't wait for that. And ladies and gentlemen, I will let you know. But
Ooh.
a special shout out to the newest members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame: Alan Faneca, Tom Flores, Calvin Johnson, John Lynch, Peyton Manning, Bill Nunn, Drew Pearson,
Boo! Oh, sorry.
and
I was
Charles.
saying Drew.
I know you are. And who is the game? Now, we never get tickets to the game, but do you know who's playing this week?
Indianapolis. Indianapolis is playing. It doesn't matter who they're playing.
It doesn't matter who they're playing.
I heard it was some little league team from Texas, maybe.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I told somebody they missed the broadcast because there had been a shout out, a little comment made on the Cowboys, and they were like, "Oh hell, here we go again."
Oh, it's just starting. It's just beginning. You got 17 plus weeks of this, including preseason. Oh my goodness. What's wrong with your quarterback? Oh, he got a short ouchie. He's got a little ouchie. Didn't he just get back? Oh man, forget them. Anyway.
But wait a minute. You went back and talking about Indianapolis Colts. Now you know the game is between the Steelers and the Cowboys.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, neither one of those are your teams, huh?
Yeah, you know. I like Pittsburgh in the 70s when they were beating up on Dallas. But then they lost to Dallas sometime in the 90s or in the 2000s, and you know, I have nothing to do with them anymore.
You were done then, huh?
Yeah. Even though Frat is coach, you know, and yeah, you know, I'll give Frat props. I'll give him some props, but you gotta beat them. You gotta beat that sorry squad. You got to.
That's
the only thing I ask. I don't ask for much.
All right. Anybody have any comments? Make sure you type them in so we'll be able to deal with them, respond to them, and all of that. But we're gonna move on a little bit to the other earth-shattering news. But first, you know, did you know that the Olympics were really going on at all? Did you know that some Olympics were being played?
You know, honestly, Coach, I've only watched a little bit, some track and field, been catching some highlights. Shout out to Simone Biles for coming back, taking the bronze and the beam, 7 medals, tied for the most in U.S. Olympic history for gymnasts. Congratulations, Simone. But really, no, I haven't been following it too much.
I don't think anybody has. You know, it's almost been a whitewash. But speaking of wash,
have you thought about improving the curb appeal of your home or business? If so, call Hank. My pressure washing service will give your property a fresh look that you are needing at an affordable price. Just take a look at some of these improvements. If you are in need, give Hank a shout. I'll get you right.
My boy say, "Here, get you right."
Hey, and I like the nice smooth transition.
Oh, you like?
Speaking of wash, bam! Oh, boy, I tell you, I tell you smoothing it out today. I like it. I like it a lot.
He says, "I get you right" from Mr. Get Right.
Well, I ain't gonna go into that. I don't, I trust his business is right.
Yeah.
I don't,
But let's go back to when we talking about the Olympics and
Okay.
that time difference and all. And I mean, I was listening to podcasts and people were pleading, trying to figure out how to even watch the basketball games. And they actually, what they did was they were trying to put it on that pay TV where you had to pay to be able to see it. And I don't think anybody was going to pay that time. I mean, to be able to watch it at that time. I just didn't think so. That was just me. Because I think the last game was 12:15 or 12:20 or something, 8 a.m. That's not conducive to people watching it. It's really not.
Not on the East Coast anyway. I mean, you might get some West Coast people, but how many days are you going to pay for the Olympics? I mean, there's some boxing matches you pay for. The red zone you may pay for. But how many events over a 2-week period are you going to pay for? I think they goofed. They fumbled on that concept there.
Yeah. I won't argue that. Well, did they goof when they let Oklahoma and Texas in the SEC? Was that a goof?
I'm gonna tell it like it is. You call this back in the day. You say it's gonna be a time when it's just gonna be football. No conferences, no nothing, just football. No, because it seems like this is where it's leading to. I mean, Texas and Oklahoma saw a ship that was sinking, and they said they're not going down like the band in the Titanic. They are getting off that boat, and that's what they did. And then I hear that the Pac-10 and the Big 12, some other conferences that are sinking, they're speaking about maybe a possible collaboration. Maybe the two conferences merge together. Man, this is almost like the Wild Wild West, for real.
Well, as you said, we called it, and then the rumor that Clemson and FSU.
Yes. 20. Can you imagine 20 teams and what are they gonna do? Like the NFL, they're gonna break out in 4 separate mini divisions and then have a playoff among themselves. And
Well,
then play for the big dance.
Let me tell you what it does. It cuts all non-Division I opponents, all lower Division I opponents from playing them, because they will all play each other. They will not be paying out the game guarantees that HBCUs and other schools get that are critical to their programs. They will play each other, and it will strengthen their schedule. And again, we talked about it on this show about the need for all HBCUs to take advantage of this and come together under one pot, because it's obvious that the larger institutions are concerned only with the larger institutions. And I can't be mad at them because they're proactive thinkers. What we need in HBCU sports is the same type of creativity with which we've been talking about for a while now, is to come together and put all of them under one umbrella, even Division I and Division II, SIAC, CIAA, all of them. Have your different leagues and divisions if you want to. But you'll be able to create and be able to have a product that might not be on ABC, but there'll be a need for and a request for people with content. And as we said before, they can get that content a whole lot cheaper than what they were getting to pay some of these Power 5 conferences. And then Florida State came out today, their president came out and said that they hadn't contacted the SEC. What were they supposed to say? They're in the ACC. What were they supposed to say?
Everyone knows it's true. Just tell the truth. Yes, we spoke to them. We're exploring. We're looking at all of our options. Just don't flat out lie. Come on, man. We know it's lies. Lies, 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 lies. Stop it. That's why y'all across the tracks now. Stop it. Just stop it.
Let's see, people saying, well, FSU wouldn't be competitive. Maybe not in football. Don't you think the basketball will be competitive? Don't
The
you see?
football eventually will. I mean, everyone can't go everywhere. There's going to be, and coming to Florida, to the state of Florida, yes, you have the school in Gainesville, but there's more than one school in the state of Florida.
Right.
Oh man, they get the right coach, the right recruiter, they'll be competitive. It's FSU. I mean, look what Bobby Bowden did in the '90s. It'll happen again.
Everybody in the SEC in the powerhouse.
That's right.
You got some team now that tell, well, if they admit some of those programs, they'll cut those schools loose. No, they won't. No, they won't. Those programs will still be why would they? Right? Why would they cut them loose?
Shoot. Do you want to play against Georgia? And I'm just Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, every week. You need a Vanderbilt in there sometimes.
A Wake
Missouri
Forest
in there. A Wake Forest. A Maryland. Yeah, Terps. I said it. A Maryland. You need teams like that sometime to play. You can't get beat up all the time.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
Not conducive.
But I still think that HBCUs are missing the boat, Rick.
How can we get them to pull together, though? I mean, someone's thinking about it. Someone is thinking about it. They're just scared to pull the trigger and to get it out there. I was lukewarm about when you had mentioned it before when we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
I was lukewarm about the idea. But now I see possibilities. and the way people travel to classics, it seemed like almost every week would be a classic. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And there's so many TV coverages out there. Yeah, you might not be able to get on ABC or CBS, but you don't think Fox Sports will have something for you? You don't think ESPN 3, they have so many daggone ESPNs. You don't think they'll want some content? Please. You will get USA. Heck, USA may say, hey, look, we're gonna get into college football. And we'll get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the move to make, and you cannot wait 10, 15, 20 years to do it. It's got to start now, guys. It's time. You hear the writing on the wall? You hear the writing on the wall. Oh my God.
Yeah, that one got lost in translation a little bit there.
Oh my goodness. What's in this baby here to go with that cigar? A little cognac, maybe? Holy smokes here. But no, seriously, the writing's on the wall, folks. I mean, you have to. It's time. Don't let this slip away. Don't let it slip.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get John Grant on here real soon and talk about the Celebration Bowl. And he's kind of he's been really involved with HBCU football and all of that. And we'll be interested. We'll probably ask him a couple of these questions, but just how he kind of sees the season unfolding in the SWAC and the MEAC. And the question I'm going to ask Rick is, are we sure we're going to have a football season? This stuff is getting worse, doubling and tripling by the day. What's your thought?
And not just in this state. I mean, this is worldwide. I mean, in the United States, this pandemic is making a comeback. It's got its second win. It's gotten off the mat and said, "Okay, here we come for round 2. Are you ready?" Um, why I'm not skeptical about a season is that I think they lost so much last year. They're going to force feed it, and whether it's good or not, sort of like the governor in this state is forcing things that doesn't make sense from a health perspective. I think they're going to force feed us football this year, and whether teams have to forfeit because of Corona or whatever, they're going to be like, we got to have a season,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't want to lose any more money. And I think it's sad that we are putting money ahead of the lives of young athletes who are still maturing, still coming into their own, not knowing
Well,
the long-term effects.
well, what about the fact that they're forcing everybody to return those kids to school? And I'm waiting on when school opens up, somebody is going to have an outbreak at one of these elementary schools. And I want to see how it's handled then. For all these people upset, don't want mandatory masks for the kids and what our kids are breathing. Those mandates are put in to save your kids, and you're fighting. But all I'm gonna say is, and I'm not wishing it on anybody, but when it happens, it's gonna be real ugly when somebody has to deal with the fact that they got overcrowded at a hospital and the kids cannot get in and get treated. It's gonna be an issue and a problem. It's just like the people who refuse to take the vaccination, that some died and laying in hospital beds advising people to take the shots and they wish they had. Rick, you got a long battle coming. Grandpa, I congratulate you again. I'm real happy for you. Hold on to my cigar for me.
Got one.
There go my.
Gotcha. I got you, Coach. I got you. I got you.
Now that much I know. I know you got me. If don't nobody else have me, I know my boy Rick does. I know that. I don't even worry about that.
Stay up to date with the latest from INSiiGHTS. Visit our website at INSiiGHTS.com. 2 I's in the middle. INSiiGHTS.
INSiiGHTS is a copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on INSiiGHTS represent their independent thoughts and representation.
Get your shots, folks.
Get your shots.
Stay masked up, social distance, all that, because we want you to keep watching the show, especially it's football season. And you Cowboy fans, I'm coming. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Say you're
Be
coming
for
for
the See y'all next week.
Hey, and Desmond, we appreciate you, man, giving us a shout out on there. We appreciate that love and support from you. Big time, big time, big time.
Thanks, Des.
And we're going to go now, but we will be back. Peace.